Good afternoon, welcome back to another video review. It is January the 8th, Friday today, so it's going to be a little bit of a quicker one. SPY was in buy the dip mode. We had some poor data out of US with jobs numbers, considerably lower than expected. There's actually a negative print first time, or I guess second time in the last couple of years. Nonetheless, we dip off previous day close, get bought up, have a huge flush, and then get bought up closing at the high. So super strong here. Let's take a look at what's going on. Similar kind of thing with IWM. Didn't close as strong, but we still have quite a bit of power or quite a bit of strength coming in. Let's take a look at a couple of my trades. So BLNK, one of the guys in the chat mentioned that this is they had their offering yesterday. So I was looking to short. We are quite extended. Was coming out of this asymmetrical triangle, shorted on the way down, expecting a low of previous day low break. Don't get there, it just kind of consolidates and then starts making higher lows and breaks out of this little wedge. So I just get out of there. And then of course it comes down to my target plus some. So I'm not very happy with my micromanagement here. Could have done a better job of just letting it trade out, but it's not my playbook, so I didn't have that confidence there. Next is CNET. Was looking at this pre-market high level, came into this level, and then we kind of hesitate around this $3, which had a pretty big offer up there. And then as you see, as we break it, there is clearly no buying coming in. So as we push again, reject, I look for the short right below this 290 level. Usually I like to wait for VWAP, but we don't get there and it's kind of coming into the open. So I just take a little bit off just in case we do spike. And that's exactly what happens here. This was actually a hotkey error, which I got out right away. Not happy about that, of course. And then just stop out, as I mentioned, above that 306 level for the remaining shares. That was that. And then we start coming up, and then we throw this indecision, which I actually love. We got this climactic volume near a daily level. Where does that bring us back to? Right over here, 390, 387 level. So I get short on the break of that candle. Good entry here. We get the first, we try to push up again, reject again. So now I'm shorting as we're about to close this candle. And then we had a big bid at 330, so I just cover in there, just take a little bit off, front side, short front side cover there, consolidate a little bit. This one I'm not too happy with. Try to do a similar kind of thing, making a lower high. However, VWAP's kind of pushing up here, and we didn't get that big of a drop as I wanted, so definitely, or probably shouldn't be taking this here, and then get stopped out. If I am taking this here, I should be covering at break even or right there. Anyways, that's how that worked out. And then it starts coming up. Don't like this volume for a climactic, and it's not that clear as the indecision as it was here. So I'm waiting for a lower high. Finally get this lower high, and we start to get offers coming in here. So I'm actually looking to short that, risking the offer. Initially, I was risking high of day, and then on my ad, I risked the offer right here for the full amount. Ended up working nicely. So I covered into this first wash, 410, had a little bit on the bid, didn't want it to hold, and this was a decent flush for one candle. So then kind of hold on to see what happens on the rest, cover into VWAP, and then on the next flush, I try to take a little, so what happened here was it consolidated and it started to make kind of like this lower high, it looked like, and it was getting bought up at this 360, 350 level. So I just took a little bit more off, leaving a final part, and didn't get to my target. Realistically, my target was here for this lot, and then I was looking for 301 for the next lot. So it starts coming back up, and I just exit as we break above here. That was that one. And then we start coming up. This one I'm not too happy with, but I am trying to test these longs out as we've seen some huge runners. So we have this trend line on the longer time frame forming. We break through this level, consolidate, and then push up. As it tries to break below VWAP and then gets bought up, I go long. Not a great setup here. The technical risk is a little further than I would want. Nonetheless, I get in, come back. This would have been a great entry, maybe around here somewhere for an ad. But then I just get take my profit right there. And this one I didn't get to my level. I was looking for the 440-ish level. Don't know if I would get a fill here. Maybe I would because I'd be at 439. But yeah, so that was that trade. Let's take a look at GSAT. So this was essentially a first reversal setup on this mirror level. Was looking for a rejection there. This was just an initial entry. I was looking for a little bit more into VWAP. So it popped up, was kind of getting a little extended here. So I took that short, didn't even get to that level, and then starts to break down. This was a nice move, but I thought, if we break 50, which is a nice $half level, and also the support, we could very well test previous day because there was not much room to 45. So I thought we could tank. Didn't get that move, so then as we broke this trend, I just got out of it. Still a decent winner, but could have had a little bit more, especially if I got sized in full size into VWAP here. The next one is JAGX. This was another long. As I mentioned, I'm not great with these longs, but I am trying to try them out just because we are seeing continuous runners. So this is a trend line forming for the longer time frame throughout the day. Then we get, sorry, this wasn't the one I was looking at. I was looking at here. The initial entry should have been here, but I actually missed it, and I didn't want to chase like I did on CNET, so what I waited for was a little bit of a consolidation, and then the perfect entry would have been right here. A little bit late, but still a decent entry. And then we push up, cover into 390. There was some on the offer there, and then again into high of day. I actually waited for the break of high of day, just under 4. And then as you see, we continue pushing up. 415 was a daily level. We touch and come back. So there's definitely, levels that I could have played quite a bit better here. The 4 definitely should be a cover into high of day. 415 could be a cover, and then maybe looking for 450. But then as we get this indecision probably take the rest off there. So yeah, that was that trade. Overall, happy with my ability to kind of start looking at the long side. I noticed I am being quite a bit less unbiased, which is important because usually I would look for strictly shorts. And although there are some good opportunities like this, I think it's important to be unbiased. XNet was, look at this. Great trade, but look at this. I'm leaving a lot on the table, and that's definitely something I'm going to be practicing and looking over the weekend. But let's take a look here. So this one was actually off of Bookmap that I got it. Let me pull it up here. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. There we go. So this is the pre-market action. We have this offer up here at 640, but we have this big offer at 610 and a little bit at 620, and as you can see, it's soaking, right? So they're trying to push through. Seller has got a large order there. Every time he gets up there, the seller just soaks. So we know he's serious. He definitely has a little bit more on the offer than these guys are looking to buy. So I continue as I see this. We try it again. This time, less buyers are coming in. Reject. This would have been a good spot to get into, but I wasn't at my charts at this time. I did get to my charts a little bit later, so this is kind of where I'm looking at it. Let me take a look. Sorry, where did I get in? Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, so we're right around here. We start pushing back up. Let me, so I was risking that level pretty clear. Pretty clear resistance. So as I mentioned, you can see it's a mirror level resistance, resistance, resistance. The 8 o'clock candle pushes up, kind of shows that there is a level there. And then we start coming into here, and what I like to see is this climactic volume. So it tries to push, rejects, and then sells down. Could have got quite a bit better entry here. However, I did wait a little bit longer than wanted, but anyways, get an order there, come in. Now we even failed to test that 610 level, so that gives me confirmation. I add there, and then this was a little off. So I took the short on this break, and then we push up, so then I cover. I was a little too large of size here. These two would have given me my full size. This one was quite a bit over. So as we broke that 6, I just got out risk, just because if it did squeeze 610, this could have seen a big pop, and that would have left me in an ugly situation. So I just took it off. Then we drop cover into that first wash, kind of around VWAP. Not a great cover here, to be honest. My target was around there. That is a clear level. So yeah, I just kind of wash here or cover here because I was a little bit panicky off the size, so just took a little bit more off. Then we get this second wash, take a little bit more off, kind of extension, and then panic and take everything off. So this was my target. I took everything off way before, and there's absolutely no reason. The seller was coming in. There was no buyers. Every time we tried to push up, it just got sold into. Push up, sold into. So this is just a reason to hold on. This realistically should have been my first partial. Maybe here, kind of. And then look what happens. Hindsight 2020, I'd be shorting this in hindsight. That's a little extended for my liking, but nonetheless, take that first partial here, take that second partial maybe into 511 as we get this wick, maybe take it off right there a little bit more. Possibility to add as it's breaking down again. So there's a lot of trade management that I kind of mismanaged here. And then we get this beautiful consolidation. This is a nice little channel forming here. Kind of coming back up into VWAP. I had this level marked on the daily, coinciding with this high and kind of this consolidation. And I would love to see it come back and reject. And I actually had my order at 524. So if it did come up there, I was 6 cents short of that. We get that breakdown, and here comes the second leg. And on the second leg, you're expecting somewhat of a similar move, and very close. So yeah, missed a couple of great trades and kicking myself for covering this so early. In hindsight, what I was, or not in hindsight, and what I was looking at when I was here was I had a couple of trades yesterday that they kind of bounced off this low and just took off and caught me at break even for the rest. So yeah, I just wanted to take it off, but definitely should be leaving some on for the bigger move, or at least the major targets, which should be previous day close and then previous day low, especially on these little low floaters here. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Lots to work on, but good way to finish off the week. One of my better weeks, actually. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and hope you guys have a good one. Cheers.